cut this out if I'm too ugly to be on camera. I think I am, but that's fine, no worries if not. Today in this video, we're gonna be opening this Jinafire Long doll. I'm pretty excited about it. I really like these. I know historically the newer releases aren't the best quality, and I think that's kind of the same for these, honestly, but I was pretty excited about the new style of case. There were a lot of features of this doll that I found really unique and interesting and fun. I wanted her. Couldn't purchase her at retail because it was frankly just too expensive for what you're getting. But then there was a lovely sale for Black Friday and I sent her to my mom and said, this is what I'd like this year. If you watched the video where I opened all the gifts from my mother, you will have seen me open her and get very excited about her. And for the low price of $21.99, I think that makes this worth it. Now, I think the idea of this case is like honestly super fire, but I feel like the execution was poor, and that always seems to be the issue with Mattel products these days. But in this Gorgeous Oasis line, we have these three lovely ladies. I don't have a Jinafire, and there were so many aspects of this doll that I liked so much that I decided that this is the one. This is the one for me, and we're gonna open her and play with her and get her all styled today. I like to watch videos like these because it's a little bit more interesting than just review, because there's the styling aspect. So let's get into it. Of course I brought no scissors over here because why would I have done that? Oh, there's some sitting right over here though. I feel like this one has like less of a surprise element than some of the other ones, which is fine by me. Aren't we bored of surprises by now? Like, it's enough already. I feel like that was trendy for years and years. I'd rather have more of like a useful element, and I feel like this case sort of has that. And we'll see how it looks once we get it out of here. I've seen them online. I've heard things from many people. You can count on me to give you an honest and true opinion about something. This is what the case is looking like. We've got apparently 125 plus looks and 19 surprises. What are they calling a surprise these days? That seems awfully high. We'll see about that. And I'm assuming that this must be for children, so it must be easy enough to like open up. There's a key here. It's a golden key. It's got some like Jinafire-esque details up here at the top. It's simple, it's nice. I like the versions that only have one key, because I'm like, how many keys do you freaking need? You know what I mean? The front of her case, very cute. It's got that beach vibe. I'm not always a beach vibe person. I personally don't enjoy the beach that much. I don't like getting sandy. I don't like being outdoors. The water's touch and go for me. Like, if I'm gonna get in the water, I'd rather it be beach water than pool water. But you know, it depends on the type of water, because if it's real cold, I don't want to get in there either. But this is really cute. It's got the beach vibes, but it also has the monster vibes, which I appreciate. It has her name here on the front, Jinafire Long. The artwork is precious. It's very Monster High coded. It says Monster High at top. There's some sculpting all over the box. This one is in purple with some gold details. And the back has more artwork on it, which is actually quite pretty. And I can already see the part that's gonna annoy the shit out of me. There are so many tea ties poking through the back here. And I feel like that's a problem, because if you want to use this as a display case, now it's just covered in holes. But you can see some more beautiful artwork on the back here. It's like a cute little like monster coated vacation spot, which I just think is adorable. Got another drink here and some creepy palm trees with skullets as the coconuts. That's so cute. Okay, I think it is time to break into the little box. I'm assuming I just shove this key in here and turn it, and then we can find out what's inside. Please. Aha! And there we go. Open. So this side of the case is just covered in cute little photography of the girls and like them on their beach vacation, which I think is so precious. Like, I love stuff like this. And this is one of the things I love the most about Monster High, is I feel like they always have sort of a story involved, and you know me, I love a story. I feel more connected to my dolls when they have like a specific character. I love this. This side looks great. And we know this side's gonna look great because it's not riddled with holes. Here's the other side. This is where we're gonna get into trouble. And we see the doll here too. She looks gorgeous. Oh, I love her. I'm just gonna start cutting tea ties, and we'll take a look at her backdrop, and we'll do all the surprises, and it's gonna be great, and then we'll style her, and it's gonna be so much fun. I mean, there's gotta be a better way, right? Like, can't we attach this in a way so there's not holes through your backdrop, you know? Okay, the packages were easy to get out, so that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pull all the tea ties out so we don't have to look at them, creating violence and rage in my heart. This one's stuck somewhere. Okay, great. Just gonna push that the way and do this from the back. They are 10,000 tea ties through the head. For what? Nobody knows. Why? Here, look at this. All the tea ties were relatively easy to cut. The back of her head is being held in by 3 tea ties, which is so unnecessary. It literally couldn't be more unnecessary. Look, why? And these ones are super tight and super hard to cut. And the more you pull on them, the bigger the holes get in your backdrop. So that to me is a problem. This packaging, if they ever do this style again, needs to be reworked so that you're not like fighting with tea ties and ruining your backdrop. Could have cut it down to 1 hole by only sticking 1 tea tie through the back of her head. Also, sometimes they package those slim box Barbies without any tea ties at all in the head, and it's just like an elastic band holding them in. Why can't they do something like that? You know what I mean? I'm in a battle for my life. Okay, I think we've done it. She has fallen out. She is free. This is the interior of Jinafire's box. I think this is a beautiful design and I love the vibe of this. I love having like an environment for the doll to go in, a place where you can take some photos and things. I just love that. But what ruins the mood, vibe, and feeling are all the holes that are put through it by all the packaging, the unnecessary packaging. It's always my problem. It's always my problem. The problem is always the packaging. Conceptually, for me, for one of these Skulltimate Secret collections, this one is my favorite. Okay, we've got a set of instructions here. This seems pretty self-explanatory for me. I'm gonna put those off to the side, and if I end up needing them, we can talk about them then. But we've got all these surprise containers, and this one single accessory not in a surprise container, so that can go there. That's like her little travel bag, which I think is fun. Midge, we can't have it. Midge, can't have it, babe. And we've got 2 surprise bags here. One upside down and one the right way. They're cute, they're themed, I like them. They're different. We've got one with a white background, one with a purple background. All right. They look the same back and front. Let's start with this one here, this lovely white one. And in this container, we have this thing. What is that thing? I have no idea. Maybe we will need the instructions after all. There does seem to be another half of that thing. Oh, you know what these are? These are like the little hangers for the closet. I love that. This is one of my favorite parts, is that could also be a closet. 2 little hangers and a little shelf. The next thing in that first bag is another bag. I mean, I'm probably gonna get my information wrong here, but this looks like a little Chinese pagoda style bag. It's got a beautiful dragon in it. It's made out of this like beautiful shiny green plastic. And it's got some give to it too, which is just interesting. I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly. It's probably cheaper, that's for sure. It does have some painted detail on it down here in black and red, which I think is a nice choice, and a little bit of yellow on the dragon. Unfortunately, blank on the back, which you know, cheap, Mattel. There are 2 more things in that bag. There is another little key, so I was wrong. There are multiple keys to open multiple things. I feel like they probably could have made the keyhole the same size, but I guess this is more fun this way. It's also like wasting plastic that I don't need them to waste. Why not just put that into the budget of the doll? So that's another key. And the last thing in that bag is these cute little shoes. They're in a light blue shade. They are sort of heelless heels like Lady Gaga or Daphne Guinness would wear. And they've got like a beautiful design on them, honestly. You can see the detail. Unfortunately, they are unpainted. I feel like dry brushing that with something would really bring out the detail, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that. They're just a nice little sandal. Perfect for the beach. That was the whole of the first bag. Let's break into the second one here. And the first thing I'm seeing is this. Let's open it. From its excessive packaging, why we needed so much packaging, I will never know. This is her little like plastic corset top piece. They love doing the plastic accessories nowadays, but I actually think this is pretty cute, honestly. And I think you can jazz up an outfit just enough, you know what I mean? It seems to have like some like wind swirlies on it, and it does have some painted detail. This isn't like a pearlescent white plastic, and it seems to have some like pearls drooping down. I don't know, I think it's pretty enough. It's a nice looking piece. Cutie. We've got more excessive packaging here. Maybe they just don't want the things with painted details to get scratched. Let's go with that. Let's pretend it's for good reason. And it's these sunglasses, which were honestly kind of a selling point for me in this doll. I think they're so unique and fun and interesting, and when you put them on the doll's face, it gives her a really cool vibe too. They're obviously in a purple transparent plastic. These are totally transparent, so you will be able to see the doll's eyes through them, which I love. They do have some gold painted detail on them. The sides are kind of plain. They could use like a little bit more detail, honestly. But I also love, you can see it really well because of the light, that there's like sculpted detail in the lenses themselves. I just think that's so unique and interesting. The next thing in that bag is this little piece. I believe these are supposed to be like fans. I don't know. This one at least has beautiful art on it. Like, it's so pretty. I love the way that looks so much. The plastic is gold, the back is unpainted, but it does have a thumb hole so she can hold it. And I feel like you can get some really cool photography moments with that. So I appreciate that it's there. Maybe it could be a little more useful, but at least it's pretty. The next thing in that little bag is this, and it appears to be just a little luggage tag, which honestly is so fun. Like, it's so cute. I've never seen anything like that for dolls before. This has a little skeleton on it. It kind of looks like a coffin shape. It's number 13, of course, and the plastic is red, but it also has some glitter detail in it. Can you see? Can you see? So it's kind of pretty. I mean, again, like, not the most useful, but fun for photography, and I feel like it's something unique that I've never seen. And then there's two more things in that bag, and it is just two little green hangers to hang her clothes on in your little set here. So I love getting doll hangers. I think that they're always useful no matter what. And these ones do have little skeletons on them and a sort of swirly whirly design. And this is the last piece we have to open. And I'm assuming that's what this key is for. Maybe this opens too though. It does, but there's nothing in it. Okay, got it. So let's see what we get inside. This does nothing. You don't need this key to open anything. This is useless. Get rid of it. Get rid of the key. And this contains what appears to be the rest of her clothes, so let's check it out. This is one of the things I think Fairy Tale Dolls also complained about in their video. The way this stuff is packaged makes it so wrinkled and so bad looking that you're gonna have to like break out a steamer to fix it. But this is just a cute little bubble skirt, and I don't know, I'm not usually a fan of the bubble skirt, but when I saw this on her, I loved it so much. So this is a simple skirt. It's made out of, this is poly, but it's meant to look like silk. It's got an elastic waistband here. There's some elastic at the bottom. It's beautifully printed. I really, really like the print on this. It's just got some white detail on it. You can get up close. It kind of looks like nature-y and tree branchy, which I think is pretty. I love this piece, honestly, and I know it's like lame, but I still really like it. Next piece is probably my favorite clothing piece of the entire set, and it's these little sweaters. Every doll comes with one in some variety. I love these. I just think they're so cute. They're like not really a sweater, it's just like sort of laser cut poly fabric, and it appears sweater-like, but it's just a tiny little crop sweater. Hers has little bell sleeves, which I love. It's in a beautiful purple shade. It has a little ribbon detail here, and once again, the way this was packaged isn't doing it any favors. Like, I'm gonna have to go in and steam all these pieces into place, which is kind of annoying. But there you go. You can see it a little bit better now. Cute. It's just so cute to me, and it's kind of like a unique piece. Like, you don't see very many things like this. So I wanted to have that one in my collection. This is this sort of head scarf. They show it worn many different ways. Like, sometimes they have it on as a top or a skirt or a sarong or whatever. This one is beautiful. This is poly fabric, laser cut. As you can see, it does have a hem at the top though. Beautiful. I love the design of this one. I love the colors that they chose together. I just think it's really pretty. I feel like it fits Jinafire's theme really well. It does have a little piece of Velcro that holds it together, but in a lot of the situations you're gonna have to tie it, and I don't know there's necessarily enough to tie it. Could be difficult, but I love it. I think it's really pretty, and I feel like it suits the beach theme too, and I love that it can be worn in many different ways. There is another key in here, which I'm assuming opens the other bag, but it's like, why? Why? I don't need this. Give me something else. Oh, maybe that luggage tag is like a key ring? This is me discovering things as I go. Oops. Okay, okay, these are stunning. So we've got a second pair of shoes here. Always grateful for 2 pairs of shoes, but I think that they're so cool. I love that they're like a boot sandal, so they go up the leg a little bit. It looks like it's sort of like ropey. There's a little circular cutout here in the front, but it's not just a circle, it has like detail cut into it, which I really appreciate. The front has some sculpted detail. The sides look like this. It has like so much dimension, but it's kind of hard to see because it's not painted. I guess the shine kind of helps a little bit though. The object here is like a lion sort of dragon creature, which is cool. I like that a lot. There is the tiniest bit of painted detail here on the sides of the shoes. Just a little bit of red. I like them. Now it's time to take a look at the doll here. And the one change that they did for the positive with this collection is they did give them all saran hair. So that's definitely moving in the right direction. I know the originals had saran hair and then like subsequently everybody had poly hair, but we're back with Saran. She does have like a shorter haircut, which I actually like think is so pretty. I feel like she looks like one of those vacationing girls in the 70s. There's like a vibe for it. And that's one of the parts that I like the most about her. There's something about the style of that hair that reminds me of that. And I love the black with her green skin. I love that she has this one purple streak running through it. I think it's just kind of like simple, understated, beautiful. The back of the hair does look like this. The bottoms of the Saran always looks like a little bit sketchy to me. And I don't know why that is. But I've got a bunch of Saran that I need to wash out, so maybe we'll just add her to the list. It doesn't look bad enough that I couldn't put her in a display, but it doesn't look good enough that I want to leave her like that. There we are. The next thing that we're seeing here are these kind of like stunning earrings. What are they? Let's pull one out, get a closer look. I don't even know. It kind of looks like almost like a cloud with some raindrops that are jewels. That's what it reminds me of. I think it's really pretty, and they're just in a white pearlescent plastic. I like them. The doll also has these beautiful golden ears, which is really cute, and I like all the golden details on this doll. So back to her gorgeous, stunning, and perfect face. Another selling feature for me in this doll. I think this screening is prettier than her core doll. Like, that's why I wanted her, because I loved her face and I loved her hair, okay? So we've got an eye look that is very detailed and stunning. First of all, classic wing. Second of all, there's 2 tones of purple on the lid, which I think is really nice. She's got a lovely little purple cut crease there, and then she just wants to slide off the stand. We're gonna leave her like that. And then just under the eyebrow, there's some just like cool green, which just gives a little something something. Underneath the eye, there's a beautiful design, and that's in gold and green, and I just think it's so pretty. And then directly underneath the eye, it's just some more purple, which I think is stunning. She's got really pretty eyes. There are a few different tones. It looks like brown, green, and lighter brown, but I love the catch lights that they've done in those. Those are really, really pretty. We've just got a pink lip, which I like. I like it with her green skin. I think it's very, very pretty. And she's wearing virtually no blush, but her skin does have kind of a shimmer to it, which I really like. Because her body is sort of unique and different, I'm just gonna briefly mention it. She has classic Monster High articulation, which is the elbow. She's got, of course, a neck joint that functions really well. Mattel dolls usually do. She's got the wrist joint. She's got the knee joint, and all of these joints function pretty well, especially because they're smaller dolls. But this one also has a tail with a joint in it here, and that's in a lovely gold shade. There's tons of texture on that, and then it has a little green, like flame-like tip that I really like. And if you look here at the hand, beautiful texture on that. Like, that's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And the same with the legs. She's got like a scaly texture on the legs, and they did bring those scales up above her knees just to sort of blend the 2 tones together, which I really like. She's so pretty. Pretty. Let's throw her in shoes so she stops sliding around. Any shoe will do for now. The stand sucks too. I wish they'd make the bases less slippery. Oh, fuck my drag. Let's just talk about the little outfit pieces that she's wearing. She's got this really pretty purple top. That pretty purple top has little blue ribbon straps on it, and there's like a foil effect on there that has like a hollow shift, which is really pretty. I like that a lot. The design is sort of floral, nature-like, lovely. I like the top a lot. And then there's this skirt, which somehow looks like it was also wrinkled in a ball, even though she just came standing in the box. It's honestly not my favorite piece. I feel like it looks kind of cheap, if I'm being honest. This needs to get steamed in the downward direction. It's got like an overlay. The fabric is it's like kind of pretty, but it also looks like sort of cheap at the same time. And then the underneath is just a really cheap poly. It's probably not the skirt she'll end up in. I like the bubble skirt better anyway, so not my favorite piece I've ever seen. So let's try her in some different looks just for shits and gigs. Here's the first look I came up with, and you know, honestly, like as a maximalist, I kind of love it. A few things of note. This, to get it to tie at that place on her sort of like waist hip area was difficult. The Velcro actually made it harder to do that, and I honestly wish that because it's meant to be worn in many different places around the body, they would have just left the Velcro off so it were easier to tie at the point that you needed to tie at. But cute. I feel like it makes this a kind of ugly skirt look better, if I'm being honest. I put the little plastic thing over the top she was wearing. I have something to say about that too. Is really, really tight, and because that shirt is foiled, like just pushing it on wasn't the way I was getting it on, so I did end up having to stretch it and just like carefully place it around her. So I don't know, that'll probably break doing that often enough, but I did get it on and I think this is fun. I gave her this little bag, cute. I left her in the shoes that she was wearing, fine. And of course I put the sunglasses on the top of her head. I think she looks precious, honestly. Like she could be going to the beach or like going to lunch from the beach, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the vibe. So cute. Let's try her in a different one for fun. All right. I put these things on her and knew that this was the final look. I feel like it looks like she is like on her way, you know what I mean? She's traveling, like ready to get on the plane and go on her vacation. I actually prefer these green shoes, but the blue shoes look better with the outfit, so that's what we went with. But I love the way that she looks. I attached her little headscarf in like the way that they did in the 60s and 70s because I thought it suited her hairstyle, and I love the way she looks right now. I put her in the sunglasses, of course, because I'm obsessed with them, and I love that you can still see her beautiful eyes through, and even some of the makeup pops out the top. Stunning. I set up her little bag here. I did put the 2 smaller keys onto the thing just because they exist, but I would rather they didn't, and I got something else. Like maybe another article of clothing, I don't know. Just like get rid of the keys, they're useless. The other thing is I feel like her arm is kind of like bent backwards. We're like looking a little short on the bag. Like I wish this handle was just slightly higher. Like she can touch it, but she like can't hold it, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking for like, I don't know, like a 1/4 inch more handle on the bag just so it looks more proportional to her. But I love the way that it looks. I really, really do. I think it looks great. I'm super happy with her outfit. I love it. I also want to talk about this just a little bit. This bag does clip on, so that's a nice feature. I like that a lot. Then the little luggage tag clips on, the keys clip on. So I mean, you can make a whole little set with that. These pieces are also really beautiful. I didn't really talk about them. There's this beautiful sculpting on the suitcase. There's a little skelet carry-on there that's beautiful. I mean, lovely. But then I want to talk about this. Other than the freaking holes in it, man, it is by far my favorite little Skulltimate box of all of them. I love that it's like a closet and a scene. I love the way that these things display. I love that these are little shelves. Also, you can put the shelves anywhere you like. They give you 4 separate slots. So there's the 2 higher ones, and then there's 2 lower ones down here. So if you want to put everything on one side, you could easily do that as well. And it's so cute. The only problem with it is the freaking holes. So if they can remedy the hole situation, this would just be perfect to me. I love it. You can make like a really cute scene for her. You can make a little story for her. Like, here I go, I'm traveling to the airport. And then you can change her little outfit for the beach, you know? I love that. Do I think it's worth $32.99 though? Like the retail price? Nah, I wouldn't pay that for this, honestly. There's too much freaking plastic in it, and there's too many freaking holes in the display. If there weren't the holes in the display, fucking maybe. But of course, I paid $0 for this. My mother paid $21.99 for it, and for that price, I think this is a great doll. And it has tons of play value, and it was a lot of fun for me. And I love the way she turned out. I just think she's so gorgeous. Look at her. Look at her head on. Look at how stunning she is. Yes. A beauty queen. Let me tilt her head down. I feel like it looks good from my angle, but not from this angle. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Look at her. She's so chic. Yes. So I love her. But I definitely want to know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you get any of these Skulltimate Secrets? Did you like them? Were they lacking for you? If you did get them, which one was your favorite? You know, tell me. I want to know everything in the comment section down below. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, put a wave emoji down below to let me know you're a real one. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing and hilarious content just like this. And like always, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye. And say goodbye to her. She's going on her vacation now. Goodbye. Have fun.